I I can't remember. Mhm. Hello. Can you actually hear me? Oh, I've taken the actual the phone bit of the microphone off my microphone, and now people can hear me. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. I'm just stuck on 4.9, which is really annoying. Mm. Yeah, mhm. Yeah. I've stopped even trying to respond to some of them because they're just like, "Wow, you've got headcanon, excellent." So what go on, tell me what do you want to say, and I'll just answer whatever I can. Mhm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh yeah, once oh we plan to do it for this movie because this movie come out. Well, no. Well then it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. So I mean, what the issue is isn't the fact that like I put later on. It's not the idea that Voltec started the war. That's the issue. Yeah, that's the issue. The issue is that Voltec and all these other corporations did it to make money. How how they're going to make money? Um, well, yeah, you can absolutely everything. And people are saying, yeah, but they've got all this power in the vaults. No, they don't. No, there's literally nothing. They've completely nuked themselves and completely destroyed themselves for nothing. And someone else, in another reply to me, pointed out that another part is they're going to wipe out the competition. So all your companies will never have to deal with competition again, apart from all you people here who are competing corporations. Yeah. So I don't. Yeah. Hmm. Multi billion. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Yeah. I think these. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you actually get into that scene and you actually see what they're thinking and what they're saying to make money, you start to realize that the people who wrote this show have no idea how to run a business. And like one of the vaults is, you've got a robot that can deliver milk to people's front doors. You'd like to see that evolve. Why? Why? How does that? You could. Oh yeah, and that's the thing with that line is it shows the limited vision of the creators of the Fallout show. Like they can only think of what's modern day. Oh well, there's illegal immigrants today, so we'll just say there's illegal immigrants in Fallout, even though there isn't. Hmm. Yeah, yep. See, it comes down to the like. I don't think uh, sort of talk about this like off stream, but the Fallout show was so easy for um these liberal writers to create like their fantasy fascist world. Like the Fallout America is a completely like fascist, nationalistic, jingoistic um, nation, so completely removed. Yeah, you'd think that these leftists would be like, "Oh my God, we can do everything." No, they turn it into 2020s California. No, but it's one of those things where you couldn't even create a world that like you accuse the model of making into. Sorry, you couldn't even. So they accuse America of being a fascist nation, and when given the chance to write about a fascist America, they make it California. 2020 is California with equal rights, gay sport. Yeah, and you're like, why couldn't you just create the things that you accuse the world of being now? Why why does it just turn into what you and your friends see at Starbucks when you're having your coffee? There's no racism. Yeah, but there's no racism in this show. Everyone gets along. There's no sexism. There's no inequality. There's nothing at all. Even the communists are able to meet up and discuss stuff without anybody, being arrested or anything like that. Hmm. No. Yep. It's quite open as well, and they like talking in public about it. And there's a lot of there's like famous people. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. In a world where supposedly just being a quarter Asian got you sent to a internment camp. See, that's ignored. This is what I mean. When it comes down to the show, it's the issues just go so deep into it, and the meeting scene, which is what the base and what the foundation of their entire plot twist, um, just falls apart. And I mean, you look at some of these responses, and well, look at that. Hold on, go. What was that? Sniper thinking. Well, you're going the wrong way, so it doesn't matter. Um, oh yeah, in the media, well, crap like seals that anything that makes America look good. When you take a few seconds to actually look into the art that's in love is mocking them. This is something that I'm actually going to do a video on about how the whole idea that right wingers don't can't create art is a complete fiction. Um, the reason why it's used is because the leftists decide what art is. So the whole gay man, liberal, atheist. Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, look at this old man clown. That isn't why the new competition. The entire point of nuclear movement was to eliminate all of the competition to become a true and pure monopoly. The Volt's experiments were to build profit and fund their own survival from the nukes. What? What are you on about? If you go further up the thread, I think it's old, yeah, old man clown, old mate clown. Sorry, competition. That doesn't make any sense. So, so the so, yeah. So his idea of reason that these companies are completely monopoly on America drop you. So these people got a complete monopoly on America. Use of themselves to wipe out the competition, which is non-existent anyway, so that they could create enough profit to survive being nuked. You know the best way to survive being nuked? Don't nuke yourself. Yeah, this is the problem. People have headcanoned that these companies did all this so they could control the world. It's like, right, okay, they clearly and specifically mentioned that they didn't profit and the potential earnings in the end of the world. The idea of complete power means nothing when these companies were like whispering into the ear of the United States government anyway. It makes no sense. 100%. I mean, you look at some of the stuff that people are. Um, what? This is always what's that? New always been problems, always decided falling. The service system the bomb dropping, whereas the real fallout gains cost seconds of credit. I read some of these things, and you just think, what the fuck is all this? So yeah, a lot of people obviously are not paying attention. I mean, I had to explain music cues and dramatic pauses in the meeting scene for people. There's people out there going that they never once mentioned dropping the bombs themselves. Voltec never intended to drop the bomb. You know, it's quite clearly said. Yeah. But the show goes, it's a dramatic pause, there's a wait, then she says, "We dropped the bombs ourselves," and then yeah, the music stops, and we get a good, what, 30, 40 seconds close up of Cooper's face reacting to it to allow the information to settle in. It's like, okay, so this is clearly their goal. Ooh. So this is clearly the goal of what they're trying to say. And people are like, no, no, we never said that, but I can't remember that. Well, what show are you watching? Yeah. There's, but the thing that I always, mhm, mhm, yeah. Mhm. I've watched it once, and I've still remembered more of your show. Oh yeah, 100%. It's the show's the only thing that I can think of is what's going to happen in the show. They're going to retcon so much of season one. Literally, season two is going to spend so much time retconning everything. Like people have pointed out the stupidness of dropping the bomb themselves. Well, it'll turn out that the Vault taking them the time to do it. Oh, it turns out China did it instead. And like, oh right, so that wasn't what you were intended to do with obviously how you built that up, but you've retconned it. They'll retcon it to being like, oh, because that happened, House couldn't it didn't fall into House like with the platinum chip. And you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. I bet you, I'm 100% certain, and I guarantee this, that um, with Moldaver being alive 200 years later, that should have stuck. Oh no, no, no! I bet you, there's a scene in season two set in the past of Moldaver sneaking into Vault 33 to be frozen, right? And that's how she was able to break into the vault without anyone knowing and get hold of the pit boy. 100% guarantee you this that is what they will start fighting. Yeah, because there's no way that you can not bring up the fact that how is she alive 200 years later and not a group. Okay, was it that Steve Giffen that scene Party Girls too? No, I'd rather die. Thank you. No, but it's the thing is, whenever I make my predictions, I always think, what is the stupidest thing you could do to try and solve an issue? And like, oh, I'll predict that, and then it happens because these people are idiots. Mhm. No, oh, the Great War. It's like a Tums festival. Oh, But yeah, no, the show is like you said, the show has definitely created this fan base that I don't think any one of them has got the same viewing experience as the other. I feel like every single one made up a head canon and went, "This is my show," and that's mm, yeah. Well, well, yeah. You take episode 1 to 8, and you ask anybody about what the plot is, no one can ever tell you what actually happened. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. My my biggest thing is how the entire plot shifts in the last 15 minutes of the show. From I've got to see my dad to oh my god, my dad's evil. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Nothing at all. Oh, I don't what sort of the robot thing. When I was talking to one of my coworkers, I said, "Oh, what do you like about it?" He went, "Oh, I like the big robot." What? Oh yeah, the big robot that he tries to control. Oh, you mean the power armor that is explained to be power armor? Oh yeah, well you know how to use it. Yeah, but it's not a robot. And he went to, I said, "Oh, so what? Tell me what you can do about the plot." It was probably, I can't remember. It was a year ago when I watched it, but I really enjoyed it. It's like, did you? Why? This is what something I've always found interesting, especially about discourse about a lot of modern shows. Everyone says they really enjoyed something, but the minute you actually ask them a question about the show, the mind goes blank and they go, "Oh, I can't remember. Well, I don't know. I don't know." Hmm. Uh, No, I never watched it, but I know that. Yeah, yeah. I have enough of that in my own. Yeah, yeah, yep. 222. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, no. The whole TV show collapses because its first episode. The Yeah, at least how people linked into its second episode before it decided to just completely give up. And at least it had a really good actor in what's his name playing Jet, who actually tried. Yeah. Whereas in this, it's just no one even seems asked. Yes. On a character, but it doesn't. Yeah. Oh, one thing that gets me though is by the end of the series, they make out that the Ghoul and Lucy are really good friends and they're going to help each other out. And I'm like, what? What scene made them friends? You're like, "Mm, mm, yeah, to yeah, because of the fact they hate he hates Lucy and she cut her finger off and he was chasing her. And yeah, they had no connections or anything like that. And it's like the romance between Max. It's like, oh, he said he wants to pop a dick in her. She goes, "Do you want to have sex?" She's just yeah, swell up, yeah. You're like, oh wow, that's romantic. Oh. But yeah, back onto the uh, tweet and all the stuff that people talk about. Um, yeah, you read some of the responses and you're thinking, right, so you made up a situation in your head, which is opposite to what has been like Brendan Colton. Uh, the new law is both tech sides to do the following: use the world, perform random experiments, bolts, profit. No idea how you profit. Just turns the entire set into a portrait tale. Yeah, it's a complete joke. Um, so, and the thing that I love about this like against me is this. Every single tweet trying to defend the show, um, barely gets double figure likes. Every single tweet pointing out this stupidity is getting thousands of likes and hundreds of likes. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. 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 So we can move it. Yeah. Mm. Oh yeah, they go into it. They've got oh, um, name a good scene. There was that end credit thing with the last episode, and I realized, thank God, it's over. Oh, um, no. The thing is that I could easily ask someone who loved the show, name your favorite scene, and I'd probably get the exact same answer. Well, I don't know. What? Yeah, we should. The worst part about it, the worst part about that is the characters' names get blasted onto the screen the first time you see them. Ooh. They go the Ghoul, Maximus, Lucy, and people are like, well, I don't know the names. What? Mm. But yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. The whole thing of the Fallout show just reeks of this will all be retconned later down the line, depending on how well people receive something. I mean, they've tried desperately to retcon the Shady Sands stuff as well already. Mm. Well, the events might have happened in a certain way. It doesn't mean 2077. It's like, well, why'd you put that number down then? It's like, well, there's 17, 16 times the detail. When he scuttles off back to wherever he lives. God, this show, is his brother. Yeah, smaller Nolan, little Nolan. Yeah, that's the only date you know. Yeah, that's what I 100% think. I mean, it's when what's it? The Lucy actress was praised because she got to level 2, Fallout 4. So I restarted Fallout. I got to level 2 before I left the vault. So she never left the vault. You're like, wait, so this is as far as she got? But yeah, she's amazing. She's definitely a gamer. I'm like, yeah, okay. If that's the level of gamer, then my 2-year-old is a gamer now because she took my controller once and moved my Arthur Morgan around the map just to the right constantly. Oh yeah, as long as everything goes to the right, we're all okay, aren't we?
Always to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah, so yeah, I saw you put a tweet up going how you hate interacting with Fallout fans because it really is just you're arguing against headcanon. Yeah.
yes.
Once
Yeah.
once I started seeing the replies, I mean, if you want to go into some of the replies, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you why they're wrong.
I
I've had
I'm
time to
just
think
gonna
about it.
go back so I can see that tweet because like I have been tweeting like a little more than that too. Yeah, I have finally found it. But it is like that. I have like this is my face right now. Like this cat.
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
that is me. Every single time I have to see like a show being surrounded by rabbit fans who can't remember the
Mhm.
show that they love. Like you
Yep.
like I would be happy if I could like have like arguments that like okay like
Yes.
this is I like A, you like B, and the thing that I don't like about it is that like A is like slightly different than it used to be like in the predecessor, and like then they can explain like okay, well I like it because of this. It's like completely irrelevant to the conversation because they have
Hmm.
invented headcanon again, and
Hmm.
it just keeps happening every single time.
Yeah.
Like of why I loved like I finally got like some kind of victory over my dad is like because every single time I go over them to like have like a family dinner and like the only thing that he can talk about is like streaming shows or
Yeah.
football, and none of them
Right.
interest me. So he tell I asked
Can't
him
believe you
like
bought
okay
me.
like that. So how did you like The Last of Us season 2? And he couldn't answer me, and I asked him like, "Oh, did you like it?" Then the thing that I mentioned like 2 years ago actually happened on screen, and he said like, "Yeah, they did kill Joel. I stopped watching it
Mm.
afterwards."
Yeah,
But
that whole Last of Us thing, there was so much headcanon about.
that was
Oh
that.
well, they changed the Bill stuff to make him just openly gay, and he dies before he even meets Ellie. Blah blah blah. So obviously they're changing these things, so they'll make sure that Joel doesn't die. Yes, of course they won't.
The best one
Why?
has to be like the game's producer, Neil Druckmann. I think
Yeah.
he changed the lore like after the second game, and he did not even include it in the remaster, as far as I know.
Hmm.
That the fireflies could have cured
Oh
the
yeah,
virus. Like
yeah, yeah.
that is something you don't do.
No, he didn't. So even the remasters and all this sort of stuff, he never made it clear about that. Not left open, but you could
Yeah.
tell that they couldn't do it. In a random tweet,
In a random tweet.
in an interview, he went, "Yeah, they could have done it. Why didn't you put it in the game then?"
Why not in the game? Like people haven't like even the people who hated the sequel, because I think like the first one was like average, or like people like mostly agreed on. Like it wasn't as controversial as the second game, but people have dug up like every single detail to prove that like the things are just so wrong about them. Starting from the diet for Abby to completely like meaningless stuff that are towards the ending of the game, and you couldn't place this one detail in there. That is the equivalent of the Fallout 4 protagonist being a war criminal from Fallout 1 intro.
Yeah, that's yeah,
That is the same.
yeah. But that person said that, then was like ratioed on Twitter, and he went, "Oh,
Yeah.
actually, no, I'm wrong." And they're like, "Yeah, you are 100% wrong."
Yeah, instead Neil Druckmann, all he did it was stepping back from the HBO show.
Hmm.
But I kind of like
Well, I
that,
can't.
like the way I knew about this information. It was that what's that like? There was like a random like a critical drinker like a video popping up to my
Hmm.
suggested, and I he was still claiming that like the first season was like really strong, like it was a really good show. Like
No, it
that
wasn't.
is a complete lie.
The thing is, and
That is all because like Mahler didn't like go to his neck for that one.
mhm. The thing about it's one of the reasons why I don't really pay much attention to those people anymore
Yeah.
with stuff. All the things that they proclaim to love, they forget about like a couple of days after they proclaim it
Yeah,
so great
after the
thing ever.
next thing, yeah.
You're like, okay, you clearly loved this, didn't you? And like, oh well, I can't remember half the stuff he said. He's like, right, okay.
Well, you don't like it now, do you?
Hmm. It's like, oh, we love The Last of Us series one. It's like, okay, why? It's like, well, look, there's a tree that shows the apocalypse. You're like, God, for God's sake. Okay, that was bear in mind that was actually a positive thing he brought up, that there was vegetation
Yes.
in the apocalypse.
The Harvard inspector says Abby ate a burrito. Well, a finger too, I would say.
Oh no, but that yeah, the burritos, that was all they were living off of, and she got a fantastic figure.
Yeah, like that.
To a figure so good they couldn't find a woman in the real world to
To
play her and match that figure.
yes, yeah. Like she, like I knew that they would go for like someone who isn't as well built as a video game character, but that was like even lower than I expected it to be.
But the funniest thing is they picked the person who looks most like video game Ellie to play Abby.
Yes. A 2 hour yoga session too.
Oh yes, can't get a 2 hour yoga session followed by the 1 hour rest to get a buff manly figure.
Yeah.
And yet I am still told today that it is possible, and that
It
I
is possible. Like we just have no idea about it.
Yes.
I've been going to the gym for I don't know, like 6 years now. Like if
Mhm.
I would like change my training schedule and program to that, I would be like I couldn't fit through my door frame. I'm telling
Mm.
you, I
If
would
only
need
I
to.
just ate burritos and did yoga, I'd be
Yeah,
huge.
I I would fart so much that it would produce muscles. Yeah, absolutely. All the
Also, bear in
beans.
mind these burritos are being created by incredibly malnourished cattle,
Yes.
and they've supposedly, and this is one of the greatest things ever. Uh, they built a farm on a football field,
A
forgetting that
football
most
field.
football pitches are fake grass, so they don't even have soil.
Yes.
And also, soil which has grass on it isn't good for growing crops.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Yes, because grass is an invasive species, so it stunts growth of crops and everything because it will overtake everything.
Oh
So I,
no.
I, I sort of know that as a basic bit of agricultural knowledge.
Do you think like at Naughty Dog they know about basic like gardening?
No, Naughty Dog have the same knowledge as those people who made Chaz and Chop.
Yeah. Well, I
That
guess
is
like
literally. So if you want to see what it would be like if you like set up a colony in a football stadium, think of what they did at that baseball stadium where they had all that grass and
yes.
they required putting cardboard down and different bits of soil.
Yeah, I remember that one. Um, well, it's strange that
So
like they used to have like more like agricultural knowledge in Crash Bandicoot than now, but I guess times are changing.
yeah, so this is why you never see like in certain countries them using like stadiums and stuff to grow stuff. And you're like, well, because it's not the same soil.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not the same thing set up at all.
Completely different. And like most of them are just fake. Anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, so,
Oh,
AstroTurf,
oh,
and
good lord. I could never like
um,
sit down and watch like the second game because like it just bored me to death.
mhm.
After like you do something like that, it's just like way too long to just be able to tell people that they are wrong.
Yeah. Oh, with everything, it's now just getting to the point where, like we said before,
Yeah.
um, there's clearly two realities that are existing. Um, where the people who are liking this crap are just making up their own stuff in their heads,
Mm.
and then there's people who actually watch the show and are like, oh, this is terrible.
It's just terrible.
There's like one person responded to
What have
me
I
with my
done?
tweet in it's got charged on that beep. Sorry.
So
One
what did
person
he say?
responded. Hang on, let me speak.
Okay.
We have got beep now. That even though House says he's going to agree with everything, and the meeting, he's actually lying. But he's lying so that we don't find out that he doesn't agree with them. I'm like, right, so
Uh,
you've invented a storyline now, and there's no
yes.
evidence to the storyline they're going to go with. So you're just hoping this is the storyline. That's your defense. Oh, he must be lying. So I just couldn't. I mean, you read some, and some people are responding like, well, it's just what capitalists do in the real world.
I like the one. I can't find it either because I was searching for that one as well. But there was like a hilarious one. I was reading like half an hour ago that was saying that like, oh well, it kind of checks out. They have done the same thing in the Matrix when they were using humans as batteries.
Hmm.
I was like saying like, that's that's not the purpose of like bombing those people. I,
Okay, here's the thing. The Matrix does it, Okay, that's fine. That's stupid inside the Matrix. That's not an excuse for Fallout to do it.
Yeah,
Just because something's stupid in another way doesn't mean it gives you the right to be stupid in your own.
yeah, but at least in the Matrix, like it's somewhat
So what
logical
if?
to like the world of the Matrix that they get like energy of like the humans, but yes, it makes complete it's complete nonsense in the Fallout show.
Mhm. But it's not. You can't. Well, you could just use that for any film that does something stupid. Well, we can do something stupid.
Okay.
No, that's not the point. You're meant to make some logical sense.
I mean, it would be like a lot more fun if like the show took themselves as serious as Spaceballs, but that isn't happening.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just reading one person's thing. What people are forgetting is the US government enclave vanished weeks before the nuke attack, and they missed the peace deal to be signed. Enclave was a strong organization in the US government. It's like, yeah, that's great. That's also game law, which this show is
Yeah.
trying to ignore by making its own. And also the issue is the show is now canon to the game.
Yeah.
So whatever happens in this show pre-war is what supposedly happened.
Yeah.
Why?
I like this one, like the be rich, nuke the entire planet. Money is now useless. And then
Yeah.
there's
Well, it's like, oh, we've got to cash in on these investments. You've nuked everything. The investments mean nothing. People are like, what do you mean? Listen, it's only the infrastructure of which you exist that gives your investment well or worth, right? If you get rid of that, your investment means nothing at all.
no, Hawk, listen, like I'm gonna invest in North Korea and I'm gonna take out that money in 300 years so my ancestors my descendants can use that money.
So, well, anyway, right. So let's go into one of the main points, right? So Voltec nuked the world so they could have complete power over the surface, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, let's go with that. So what does the show to us after 200 years? Voltec has no power whatsoever on the surface.
Yeah, they have to rely on the super managers.
Yeah, but not just that. So Voltec now has just 80 people in a
80
vault.
people to storm the
80 people.
wasteland.
Yes, to take control. And you're like, okay, so when do you go out and take control? Oh, well, not just yet. It's like, right, so it's been 200 years and you've done nothing. Also, your vault's collapsing. The water chip breaks. You've only got enough water for 2 months.
Yeah, the entire like bunker collapses from like
Mhm.
a shitty raid that
Mm.
savages have conducted
Yep.
because they can't protect themselves apparently.
Yes.
Like
So,
that is like something that like really bothered me when you watched the first episode because like, I had to rewatch that stupid episode several times when I was editing the video.
mhm,
So like in later episodes you see like there's a riot gear in like
mhm,
when they are holding a meeting, but
mhm.
you can't see anyone wearing riot gear or like defending people during
The only
episode
person,
one.
there's only two people who actually fight back in that entire, well, no, three people who
Yes,
fight back in that entire thing. Lucy, the pregnant woman, and Hank at the very
yes,
end with a shovel.
yeah,
And
that's it,
bear in mind,
that's
this
it.
pregnant woman is 9 months pregnant, jumping on people's backs and shooting the machine
Yes.
gun from, while the gun is held onto her hip with a fork in her eye. And you're like, right, so that's not real. So, excellent. She's having a miscarriage after this.
Nah, she's just gonna use all the remaining hot water when the warship broke down.
Yes, and the water chip broke, so she can have a shower.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like a long hot shower.
So, right, so the idea that Voltec did it for power is just gone. It's ridiculous. There's nothing to it. Oh, well, they
This is
nuked the NCR,
ridiculous.
right? So they nuked the NCR. So obviously it means they weren't waiting for more people on the surface so they could sell things to people.
That's another thing that like they have like unlimited nukes that they can launch whenever
Hmm.
they want to. is that
Yeah.
is that like ever established? Like, where do they launch those nukes? How do they even have
Yeah.
those launch codes? Even though,
But also,
yeah, it's whatever.
the only reason they nuked the NCR is because Hank's wife went there,
Yes,
not
and
because it
she
reached too
didn't
much
want to come
power.
back.
Yeah. So what was their actual plan to take over? So there's no plan. So I
Ask
mean,
them very
so
nicely.
so the whole idea that they did it for power is out the window by what the show has informed us and shown us.
Yeah.
So that's out of the way. The other
Mm.
companies no longer exist,
Yeah.
right? Also, the greatest thing ever, Mr. House says, New Vegas is in ruin from the views of from the end of the last season. It's ruins.
Yes.
So where's all his power?
Or where
Which
are all the people like around like the Nevada? Honestly,
mm,
it's like
so it's clear he's got also the idea that oh he's got powers in the game new. Like yeah, he's taken over Vegas, but he's now got two opposing armies bearing down on him, and he's got no way to defend himself until he gets to Korea.
yeah.
So all that power means well he's not got power.
Oh my
So
God, the courier is gonna be in this one, isn't he?
I bet you 20 quid there'll be a character named Korea and he gets killed straight away as like a take back to the fans of New Vegas.
Yeah.
It won't be the Korea, but it'll just be like a that's what we think of your character now.
Or,
Now
or maybe it's just gonna be the curry, and there's gonna be
mm.
even more Indians.
There will be a guy in a black and white checkered suit, like a dead corpse,
Oh my God, Matthew
and
Perry.
yeah, and just
Oh, so
Perry.
he was he was in the show after all.
Just floating face down in the pool.
Face down in the pool.
Ring a ding ding, baby.
What in the
Floating.
goddamn?
What the goddamn?
I came back from hell for you.
my my favorite line in the entire game is when you say, "Yeah, I'm going to kill you now." He goes, "You sick fuck."
And then proceeds to eating the corpse right in front of everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Terrifying presence.
Oh man. Oh, what a great game. Anyway,
Yeah.
back into this terrible show.
Oh no, take me back.
But yeah, so that obviously shows that obviously the power thing is just an absolute lie.
Unlimited power, yeah.
Yeah. Then some people were saying, "Oh, it never actually shows in the show that they were going to drop the bomb first." I'm like, right. The mere fact that they all sat around that table and agreed to drop the bomb first is stupid enough. The reasoning for even thinking about dropping the bomb is the stupid thing. Whether they did it or not doesn't matter. It's the fact that they all sat there and went, yes, so let's destroy the entire world for money.
Yeah.
No longer exist after we've nuked the entire world.
Oh, this is terrible. Can't find that picture. Or is it? Is
Oh,
it
the picture of
gonna
all
be
of them
like
there.
another? Oh, fine. I'm gonna use this one. It's just like a stream visual. Find like a picture of the meeting for the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, so just the idea behind it is just stupid, and there's no
Completely
logic.
moronic.
Someone was saying, "Oh well, it's meant to be an over exaggeration of what the evil corporations." I'm like, "That's no, it's not." There's over exaggerations, and then there's just being plain stupid. If these people, and also we've mentioned this before, the time
Which
frame
one?
from this meeting to the bombing is incredibly short.
Yeah, they don't. I even forgot like why Oh wait, was it in 2077?
Yes, 27,
Yeah.
20th of October,
So it's less than a
2077.
year.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be
Yeah,
that it's
yeah,
like a several. It's only a couple of months between like the drop of the nuke and like the events that like we see Cooper doing.
yeah. So it's clear that when they had this meeting, and then Cooper heard about it because he's divorced from his wife when we first meet him in episode 1.
I
When
hope
the
so.
bombs drop, yeah. So when the bombs drop, that's he's divorced. They mention it. That's why he's doing the shows because
Yeah,
she's got
like
all his money.
Darmok and Gilad when the bombs dropped.
Yeah, and his daughter is the same age when you see her while they're together. So it's very close.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole idea that oh no, the Chinese just got there ahead of them. It's like the Chinese have had to plan to drop the bombs very quickly.
Yes.
If you're going to say it's not Voltec, because I believe that the show wants it to be Voltec that drops the bomb first, because it's definitely going for a capitalism bad, and they don't want to upset the Chinese investors. So,
I don't even know like how successful this show was in China. Like, it's
uh, probably not that successful. I don't know.
in China.
Who knows?
Let's check it out. Google. It's difficult to definitely say if the Fallout TV show was successful in China, as it's not publicly available on Amazon Prime
All
Video.
right, so then it wasn't that.
Okay, due to China's censorship laws. Okay, however, the show has been a massive global success for Amazon. Okay. Okay.
Still doesn't mean it's not crap.
It failed in China. That's
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100% failed in China. That if it succeeded in China, they'd be singing it from the rooftop.
Yeah, they would be like, "Oh, let me get my copy of Fallout."
Oh, we've smashed China. The Chinese love it. This is great.
We no longer have to eat dogs.
Yeah, but now it's well, it's a bit too difficult to find out the information. Yeah, right.
What happened on that square in 2077?
Huh?
Like
that square, yeah.
The square.
Yeah, the whole meeting thing. The meeting scene is so easy to understand, and it's so blatantly obvious what they're planning to do.
But what could this halo mean above their heads? Does this mean that they are talking to God?
Are they good guys?
Are they the good guys? Yes.
Like,
there's so much like visual storytelling here that we are losing.
But no, yeah, the whole
too
the whole
retarded to understand this.
The whole setup was so mind-numbingly simple.
Yeah.
But the fact that people still don't understand just makes me just go, right, there's no point talking to you. There's no point actually responding to anything that you're putting because you're clearly an idiot.
If only that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was.
Good. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say no. It was nice getting a couple of likes on my post once in a while.
Yeah.
For something that I didn't even think was actually even a quick tweet.
Yeah, that was just like an average day for you, right?
Yeah, no, I just literally went, this idea is stupid. And people are like, well, yeah, like.
Sarcastic Hawke for next Prime Minister.
Oh, if only.
Yeah.
I'd sort everybody out.
Next to Lord Miles, you can be the next one.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of joining him for his Sentinel Island trip.
Is that? Oh my God! You're gonna join him for that?
Yeah, the North Sentinel Island. I thought, oh, I could do that. But I remember that I have kids and a wife. I can't die.
You gotta like dress up like the those boys in Zulu.
Yeah. No, but it's just one of those things I thought, oh, if I get killed by a native, like Mrs. Hawke would kill me.
Yes. twice.
She would not be happy if I went abroad
Yeah,
to conquer an
I'm
island.
really curious like how that's gonna play out, because like I really liked how he had like all those information about
Mm,
like how Indian like Navy moves around those
mhm.
parts, because like they
Well,
are the only ones who defend people.
he's now thinking about invading Haiti, isn't
Well, yeah, either that or just like going to Sentinel Island. Yeah.
he? Yeah. If I was a single boy, I'd definitely
Hmm.
sign the job.
So you're telling me that I should embark on either of those? I see.
I'm just saying that it's in all young men's blood to go and to
Yes.
invade another thing.
Maybe Haitians would be better, because like I don't know, like when you compare like
They,
garbage to the amount of shit that you have to swim through
yeah,
near Sentinel
they
Island.
eat dirt, so
Yeah, they ate
you're
themselves.
all right.
Yeah, and mud
You'll be
cakes.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Central Island they will try and eat you.
So wait, like does like Sentinel Island have like proto Indians on them?
Yeah, you can't actually go there. It's
Yeah, yeah,
illegal to go.
that's like one of those no-go zones. Yeah.
Yeah, because the natives will just kill and eat you straight
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Hmm.
So you just go there with a couple of Henry Martini rifles and you can take over.
Yes. Wasn't like
I'm
Lord
not even
Mouse
joking.
like once abducted by one of those tribes? Like not them
No,
specifically, but
he's been imprisoned by the Taliban.
yeah, the Taliban. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe it was another guy that was like kidnapped on an island by a tribe.
possible.
Yeah, but he's a very
It's
wild
just a mad
guy.
lad.
Yeah,
He's a mad lad. That's the thing.
yeah.
Also, you get threats from Indians.
Yeah,
They don't
like
like it.
I love that like he went to Pakistan to like get back his AirPods,
Yeah.
and he got like the guy who stole it in prison.
One of the best ones is he kept getting like death threats saying they will come and get him. So what he did
Yes,
was he released his home address
yeah,
and like his entire movements for the next like 6 months, and no one did anything.
yeah.
He's like, "Oh no, this is where I live. This is what I do.
Oh
You'll find me here
no.
at this time."
Hmm.
Like, I don't mind.
Oh,
Um,
he's amazing.
yeah. You know what isn't amazing? The Fallout TV show.
Oh no, we're back there again. Oh
Swing and a miss.
yes. Oh,
But
what
yeah,
was like the show?
the go back to the scene. The issue is yeah, they go greedy capitalists being written by liberals. It's like,
A
oh, don't
bunch
listen
of
to capitalists.
liberals would think that they will lead the next communist revolution, but
Oh,
yet
don't.
they still live
Yeah.
in 2024's California.
Yep. Yep. And that's the
That's
major issue.
that.
And that's the issue with all media. And this is why people are getting fed up with media. Every single thing is the exact same.
Yeah, you know what?
Except
Like
in
I'm just play video games. That's all I do,
mm,
and I
even
have
video
been
games though. You
even
look at modern
video
video
games,
games,
but like
every single one starts doing the same thing.
yeah, they do. Uh, I've been noticing that like games that are not like specifically like English in language, you can hardly recognize that there's censorship has been like done on them, but like I can like hear that like they are saying like a lot more words than just like
Mhm.
one sentence.
Yeah.
So like the subtitles are like I can see through them at least. Like it's
Yeah.
not that hard, but like I just keep like the older games. I like the whatever the shit like I was playing like years ago, because like I know that like I enjoyed it. It's not gonna be infuriating, and they're good games by themselves.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to do like in my free time. Like I don't want to stress over things that storytellers couldn't like explicitly like explain to me
Mm.
in like a human language that everyone can understand, even like the people who don't really want to dig themselves too deep into these TV shows, because like they are not for that. They're just
Yeah.
like for some dumb entertainment, and then you just go about your day. But I
The thing is,
just feel
it's
like
not, it's not
when I see like something like this stupid, it's just like it's gonna linger on.
yeah, this whole option is just
Yeah,
there's
even
nothing
even
there.
like a
No
few
sympathy.
days ago, I woke up and I was like saying that like you're not man enough until you ate the testicles of the man who has wronged you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but the whole episode has no substance to it.
Yeah,
People think they enjoy it because it's the current thing, and that's it. Like the
that's it.
second
Yeah,
season will come out, people will call it the greatest thing ever, and then 24 hours after the last episode has been aired, we'll watch that, and we've forgotten.
yeah. Like the hard drive is filled up and then they can't like load anything else there
Yeah,
so they gotta empty everything else that like went there for like the past week, so
yeah, yeah. That's it. You see it all. You see it all the time. I mean, I know people say, "Oh, we're part of the same like fandom and anything," but
yeah.
the biggest culprits are them like drinking and that, where while the show was airing, it was the greatest thing ever, and
Yes.
then a week afterwards,
They're like,
it's never ever brought up again.
oh, maybe it's not the greatest thing ever.
It's not even oh, what would you class as a really good show? And they go, well, we named something so completely different, not literally supposedly the last thing they watched, which was the greatest thing. You're like, well, then it's clearly not a great thing. It wasn't even thought or brought up.
Yeah, like something like the Breaking Bad, like
Mm,
that's like a tightly knit show. It has its issues
yeah,
and some like plot contrivances, but at its core, like it's so interesting to watch because like it's five or so seasons. I believe like maybe six, but
oh,
the characters are interesting. You're staying there to like see like how they were interacting with each other. Like this Fallout show, like it's just so forgettable. I just skip over those interactions when I see them like for the second time because like there's nothing interesting going on.
it's
I,
like
I, I would be want
you've
to
got
like I want to know more about this guy.
yeah. So for you've got the trio of main characters, Lucy, Maximus, and Ghoul.
Yeah,
And Maximus and the Ghoul don't actually see each other face to face.
yeah,
Um, not behind like the firearm, which is the scene, until episode 8. And that's only because Maximus is unconscious.
yeah.
So how is this a trio of characters?
There's nothing
But
connecting them. Yeah, like
yeah,
it's like you go to Red Dwarf and like you can clearly see that those four characters, like the
mhm,
Quattro is like they work so well. Like they are like they can't complete each other. If
yeah.
it's kind of
That's
a
what it's
gay
meant
way
to
to
be.
say it, but yeah,
You're
they
meant to
do.
bounce off people.
Yeah, like that's like a natural thing to like have them because like they have like those kind of energies to have like in a room. But these
Hmm.
three, they they only stayed for like two scenes when there was all three of them. Like the movie
90%, 90% of this show
the
is
series has like the poster like all three of them on them.
mhm,
That's like a fucking lie.
yeah.
They never interact like that.
No, they never. You've got the fight scene, the Ghoul
The
versus
fight scene in the
Maximus.
second episode, and then they meet
Yep.
up again, all three of them in the same room in the final 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah, but at that point, Maximus is unconscious.
Yeah, so they don't
So
really meet.
Maximus never. Yeah, and then you look at okay the Ghoul and Lucy's interaction. It's um the fight
Yeah,
in episode 2, the part where the fight the Gulper,
mm.
that he takes her to the drug compound place, whatever. Is that
Yes,
I think that's the
yeah.
same episode.
That's some kind of Happy Mart. I don't even know.
Yeah,
That was
and
just
that's
like
still the same.
ass pull.
Yeah, same episode, and then they don't meet again until the final episode.
Yes,
So they meet. twice. And in the first scene, he's trying to kill her. The second scene, it doesn't matter if he kills her or anything like that, and then he shoots her and farts her.
Mm.
And then the final time, he's like, "I will help you find your dad. Join me, and we're best buddies." It's like, you got no. Then you think,
Only
"Oh,
together
Lucy
we
and Max
can
must
turn
meet
to
up
the dark
more."
side.
And you think, "Oh, Lucy and Max must meet up more." Then you go, right. So they had the fight scene. Then episode 5 or 6, is it, where she finds his power armor, him stuck in it.
Yeah.
They walk together for an episode.
Yeah, like, because episode 6 is when they go to, like, the weird vault about, like,
The
the
weird vault.
hobos and the experiments.
And I think episode 7 is when they split up
They split up,
and
yeah.
they kiss each other for some reason because they
Yes.
love each other.
Because
Even
the
though
cock
they've-
explosion.
even though they had no real connections
Absolutely
or
zero
actually spoke
connection,
to
yeah.
each other. Yeah, there's no chemistry between either
None.
of them. So yeah, they kiss each other for some weird reason, and then they meet up right at the very end when he gets knocked unconscious, and then she just leaves him unconscious on the floor. There's no relationships between these characters.
None. Really, absolutely none.
Eight whole episodes, and there's no relationships between the characters.
Always.
Well, then considering the fact that the strongest relationship was broken by a woman who had 5 minutes of screen time saying he's a bad guy.
Yes, you gotta believe me, because
He's a bad guy because I'm a woman, don't you know?
bad guy.
I know I killed loads of people you know, but I'm a good guy actually. Are you? I know I've done nothing to gain your trust, but trust me on what I said.
That is like something that like really bothers me. Is that, like, she has done absolutely nothing to earn trust. Like, she has done like nothing to please
Less
Lucy.
than nothing, actually.
Less than nothing. Like, she just keeps introducing bad things to her, Lucy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I trust you because I saw a necklace. But for some reason, even though I don't remember anything about my mother, I remember this necklace.
This necklace, hold it close to yourself, son. This is something you can trust.
So, yeah. No relationships, no nothing, no character development over 8 episodes at all.
Complete waste.
Until the last, let's say, 15 minutes when Lucy turns into a dad-hating monster.
Yeah.
She goes from a naive girl looking for her dad because she loves him to, within 5 minutes, "Oh, I hate you, Dad. I've always hated you.
Oh, I hate you, Dad.
I've always known you were evil."
Yeah. So
It is a Jedi that are evil.
Then you are lost.
So yeah, so
it's
no
over,
characters.
Lucy. I have the power armor now.
I have the power armor, but I have the high ground. Damn it! I didn't think about that.
But I have the Walton Goggins.
Yeah, I have the Walter Goggins. Just like a pocket-sized Walter Goggins jumps out. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna use my Black Dora now. Where's my goddamn family? That is something. That is something that I didn't understand. Like, given that like that bitch was responsible for like killing humanity itself.
Also, here's a question:
why wouldn't like the guy just like phrase it like, "Where's my goddamn daughter"?
Why would Hank know where his daughter is?
I guess because it's Voltec employees. Like,
No, but here's the thing: when the bombs dropped, who's his daughter with?
Hank.
No, his daughter was with him.
Yeah, oh wait. No, yeah, I keep mixing up like Hank and like Walton Goggins. The ghoul.
Yeah. So the Cooper, which is his name, has his
Yeah,
daughter when the
Cooper.
bombs
Cooper.
drop.
That's his name. Yeah.
So how does she go missing?
That's that's gonna be explained in season 2. I'm willing
Yes,
to bet that like season 2 is gonna begin with that like another continuation of the scene from season 1, episode 1. They
but
just
how
gonna
does
be
Hank know?
riding.
But how does Hank know where she is? He was in cryo at this point.
What's gonna happen is Hank's gonna be the person who's gonna take the kid from
Mhm.
Cooper, take
Yeah.
her to the vault,
Mhm.
and then they leave Cooper outside of the vault,
Oh,
and
ev-
that's how he becomes
the ghoul.
Ghoul.
Oh, and
And
it's going to turn out that
you
Cooper's
know what?
wife
You
is
know what?
also in Vault
We're
30.
gonna see like a slow transition while the bombs
Every
drop.
single, every single main character, every single character is going to end up in Vault 33 to explain why they're not all
Yes.
ghouls. Oh God, I can see that happening. I can see that happening. Every single character.
And like the bodies that like Lucy goes like next to when she exits
Mhm.
the vault, it's all gonna be
Mhm.
characters that you can see in the first episode.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, it's Jeff.
Not Jeff. I like Jeff.
Jerry, no.
Oh no, Brian.
Chris, no.
Uh, yeah. So yeah, I'm expecting loads of retcons and rewrites,
There's
and
gonna be
yeah, I
there's gonna be a retcon where Lucy was like giving her speech, and apparently there was like someone else in the background listening again, and it turns out to be like a double agent. I don't even know. And that person is gonna be like, okay, I gotta team up with Lucy. I know exactly where Lucy is. I'm gonna lead this show now. I'm gonna be the fourth main character, and it's gonna be a black woman.
yeah, probably
Oh no! Wait, we already have black people. So how about Asian?
could be. Who knows?
Yeah. Well,
All I can tell you is put money on Mole David being in Vault 33 to
yeah.
explain why she hasn't
That's,
aged and how she got in. That's gonna happen.
the things you're willing to do for Fallout 76. I see.
I'm just predicting.
Okay.
My predictions for season 2, and I'm sure I'll be right because I've been right about pretty much everything else I've ever predicted. New Vegas is barely going to be.
May your predictions come true.
New Vegas is
gonna,
barely going to be.
when is it gonna release?
I
Fallout
don't care.
season 2 release date. Oh wait. That gave me like the game. The end of this year. Oh no.
December 2025. Oh,
That's terrible.
oh, really Christmas.
That's ass.
Oh, I hope Israel and Iran get a nuclear war. Save us from all this.
One of my friends
Could you
was saying that like that they could finally like do the real live action Fallout.
Could you imagine that they're all like the leaders of Israel and Iran are sat round? Yeah, like, yes, we'll nuke each other for profit. Oh my God, you saw Fallout as well?
Netanyahu is gonna be like, okay, like this time, real nukes.
No, Iran's like, translations. There's a lot of potential, earning potential in the end of the world. Mohammed, but how do we do it? Israel, by dropping the bombs ourselves.
By dropping the bombs ourselves. 7 million. And you know what? Like the Iron Dome is gonna be Vault 0.
Yeah.
Because Israel is God's chosen people.
Israel like, we can't fire 6 million. That's a way too large a number. It's not possible to get that many.
How about
And they just
six
stares into the
million
camera.
and one? $1 million.
How about a billion?
A trillion is more than billion. I'm nuts.
Yeah.
Oh man. If
Good
Doctor
numbers.
Evil was in Fallout TV show, I don't know.
It makes so much more sense.
It would make a lot more sense.
We could blow the world for
Oh,
1 million.
man.
But why? Our businesses make us over 1 billion yearly.
I think what like they are the owners of Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good movies. Those are fun movies. And back when
Yeah.
Mike Myers still had the funny bone.
Yeah. Now he's just old
Now it's
and
just
not
like
funny.
an insufferable cunt. So thank you, Harvard Inspector for joining us today, along with the other two members that don't want to use the chat function. It's all right. We we had our fun, usual discussion about the Fallout TV show, and we'll see you next
right.
time when season 2 comes out.
In December.
In December.
We've got to find something else to talk about.
Instead of like celebrating Christmas with our families, we're gonna be sitting here and discussing Fallout TV. Because why the fuck not?
Come on, it's Christmas. You got to see your kids open the presents. No. What?
Hawke, you haven't seen your daughters in half a year now. Silence, woman. I have Walter Goggins to watch.
Pocket Santa released the Pocket Goggins.
Pocket Santa? Wait, they are making another season? Yes, Harvard Inspector. They are making season 2. And it's gonna release in December.
They want to make 5 seasons of it, don't they?
They want to make 5 seasons, yes. The actor who plays Maximus has signed on for 5 at least.
Yeah, I don't think they'll make 5.
They're not gonna make even 4.
I think they'll season 2 is gonna upset a lot of people.
Yeah, it's gonna be the
season
nail.
3 will...
It's gonna be the nail in the coffin, the one that the ghoul escaped from.
We'll get to season 3. I guarantee you that. But season 4 of Fallout will be the exact same as like season 4 of The Witcher.
There's a season 4 of The Witcher.
No, there isn't, because they got rid of Henry Cavill. They don't replace him with someone else, and then nothing's come of it.
Yeah, nothing come of it. Yeah, that's the last time I heard about it. I guess it was so successful they couldn't go on with it.
They recast him with one of the Hemsworth brothers.
Yeah.
And then nothing. They did film a few scenes, and then that's it. They've not said anything about releasing.
It sounds like a very successful project to me.
Yeah, so I think that's
okay. I was about to end the stream, but like that is like something that's bothering me too. So that's like another coworker that I was like talking to, and I had a discussion that like Witcher series is also like garbage, like because it's like not accomplishing anything, and it's really just the Jennifer show instead. And then someone says, but it is kind of fun. Like I kind of liked it. They said like, okay, like name something that you really liked about the show. Well, I think like Jennifer was very interesting. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you mean Jennifer, not Jennifer. Jennifer.
Yeah. Oh.
Over why?
Oh no, I'm a fake fan. we must stop the stream right now.
Oh no, my Hungarian accent is showing.
So Jennifer is an interesting character according to this coworker of mine. But at the same time, like he's a fan of Real Madrid, so take it what you want. So,
well, I knew it was the even I said it was the Yennefer show when as it season 2 opened, and the first episode was 50% of the lines was "Where's Yennefer?" And then the other 50 were lines of Yennefer talking.
And then Henry Cavill says, "Fuck."
Well, that's in season 1, but yeah, season 2 opens with everyone going, "Where's Yennefer?" Then it cuts to Yennefer just talking, and then it's, "Where's Yennefer? Where's Yennefer?" You're like,
Where's Jennifer?
I don't care. I don't like the character. I think she's terrible. I think she's boring. She's also not attractive, so
But that's another thing I was saying, that like I think like she looks a lot less attractive than in the video game, and then they say like, oh, I think
Mhm.
like she looks fine.
In the video game she looks she's hot, but in the show she's not.
Yeah,
So
not like something that like people would fall for, but
no,
instead they just fall out for.
yeah.
But yeah, more coming on at the end of this year, guys. I can't wait. Ah,
I've got loads of things I can do instead. Live a
yeah,
life, enjoy.
like killing myself. No.
Oh well, this is a string being taken down.
There's like something else. I was like planning to like put like a gun to the thumbnail, but then I realized that like
Mhm.
that's something that YouTube like blocks you right away, so I didn't like
Yeah,
do something like that. But
yeah.
yeah, that was
Good.
like a fun discussion to be had, and thank you everyone for coming, and have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, where the fuck can I end this broadcast? Oh, here it is.